Hey everyone, it's Monica with KydzLydz for my Journey to a Happier, Healthier Me for Friday, November the 4th. I was telling you that I was going to go out today shopping, and I did. I had such a lovely time. I went with my friend Angel and her two kids, and Kevin came with us. It was so exciting to just be out and have a nice day where I wasn't off sick from school or anything like that. It was just because I didn't have my shots done that I couldn't go and do my placement. Which, by the way, I phoned my placement and left them a message and they didn't call me back. So I'm not too sure what to think about that, if the lady is upset with me or anything. I really, really hope she's not. And I'll explain everything anyway when I actually do start that, my situation with the needles and the doctors and everything. So, sorry, I am just looking up somebody's name so that I do not say it wrong. And for some reason, I can't find it. Oh no. I wanted to give a shout out to a new person today. Anyway, oh yes, there it is. It's Kara Moon Lynn. Hi! I wanted to say hi to you. Sometimes it's really nice to give a shout out, especially to my new subscribers, because I love that I have more people coming in and I can motivate and support more people and be an inspiration to those of you who want to watch. It's so exciting for me. Honestly, like I said, sometimes I really don't notice the difference, right? Because I see myself every day, and the only thing that I'm really noticing is, obviously my clothes are really getting loose. Okay, like crazy loose, and it's just so awesome. Right now I'm wearing a 2X, and it's loose. So I wanted to show you an old picture. See how different my face is? It's like in that picture, it's like, wait. There we go. So in this picture, my face, honestly, my chins are way down here. So, and the chunkiness here, my face is all gone in here. It's so weird. And this was taken, I think last July. So, it's just amazing. And there my hair is completely different. So I look way different anyway. There's another one. And, I really love the fact that now I'm really starting to see a difference in my face and the way that I feel. Obviously, you guys know I feel so well, and I feel so different inside, and just the whole way that I look at everything. And I have never been one to concentrate on my weight anyway. I have been big since I was 12. So, or probably even younger than that, honestly. It's insane. And to me, it was just normal. And I pretty much stayed the same. Obviously, I've gotten a little bit bigger over the years because you just naturally do that from growth and everything. And, it just amazes me that people really don't even notice the difference either until they haven't seen you for quite some time. Just like myself, because I see myself every day, so I don't really notice the difference happening until I look back at my old videos or I look at old pictures and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've really changed. The clothing that you put on is one thing. You might be shrinking in clothes sizes, but to actually see the transformation is just amazing. Uncle Mikey, who is reset today, the very intro that he has is him when he was really, really heavy, and then to what he is right now. It's like, wow, are you serious? Is that actually the same person? Sometimes if you didn't hear their voice and hear them talking, you'd be like, that's not him or that's not her. Because the transformations are amazing. And like we have said, so many of us, we're really hard on ourselves. Okay, you know what? None of us are perfect. And that's the whole point of us being out here and putting out vlogs on YouTube. Because it shows people who are in the weight loss journey, or like me, the journey to a happier, healthier me. For those of you who are just new to my channel, I do not weigh myself. I don't go by numbers. Totally up to you what you want to do, but that's how I feel comfortable. Only because I have had an obsession with it before. So, not a diagnosed eating order, so I don't want anybody to think that that's what it was. But, I just, when you're going by numbers, then you're already obsessed with numbers. It gets to the point where you're like, I want to be, say, 300, and then I want to be 250, and then I want to be 200. And if I don't lose, 3 pounds that week, I'm going to be so upset with myself. And then what's my first turn to when I'm upset? Food. So I don't want to set myself up for failure. So this is what works for me. It's not necessarily going to work for anybody else. I am just going by how I feel, and I feel great. My clothes are falling off of me, so obviously I'm doing something right. I changed all of my food eating. I'm vegan now, and that was part and partial to me changing my whole way of believing in a healthy lifestyle. I've always been vegetarian since I was, not always, okay, I've been vegetarian since I was about 11 or 12, and that was just a personal choice, and my parents were totally supportive of that. Thank you so much for that, because it was probably hard to put up with. And you know, I just made personal choices along the way of what I was going to eat and what I wasn't going to eat. And then a couple of months ago, I just decided that I was going completely vegan. I personally just don't like the thought of eating anything that has come from an animal. So it's just my choice. And Marina and Kevin, my boyfriend and my daughter, are not vegan. They do enjoy some of my foods. Marina enjoys the majority of it. Kevin, so-so. And they'll try everything. So, I mean, you know, I'm also introducing them to a whole bunch of new foods that wouldn't even have been in our household before. And I think that's a good thing. See, these things always fall into my ears. So, you know what? I mean, we were talking about the fact that, you know, Uncle Mikey, he was saying that he sat down the other day with a bag of candy, and he was watching a program, and the next thing that he knew, half the bag of candy was gone. Well, it's so hard for us. You know what? We are food addicts. Simple as that. There's no other explanation needed to say to you that you don't need candy, except we want it. We crave it. We really, really, really feel like we need it. And you know what? You can compare anything to the same who is a person who has an addiction. So it could be an alcohol who can't be, you wouldn't sit an alcoholic in a bar and tell him to drink water. You might say that to him, but what's he going to want? He's going to want alcohol because he is addicted to it. You're not going to sit a person who's addicted to cigarettes in a cigarette store and say to them, don't touch anything. First thing they're going to want to do is smoke every cigarette that's there. So sitting a person who's addicted to food into a situation that they know is going to get them in trouble, hence, you know, I have this sitting in front of me, and believe me, I'd like nothing more to open this up. The only reason why I haven't is because I want to make some cookies with it. But, you know, we really need to give ourselves a break. If you fall off the wagon and you feel like you've tripped and you can't get up, you can. Please don't ever feel like it's too late for you to completely start over. And you know what? Don't wait for the next day. If at breakfast time you have something junky and you're like, ugh, I'm just going to wreck this whole day, so who cares? I'm going to have McDonald's, or I'm going to have some junk, and I'm going to have chocolate, and I'm going to have pop. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it. You're going to feel so bad the next day, and even while you're doing it, because you're really only self-medicating the thoughts that are there of you having the negative thought, right? So you're trying to drown out those thoughts with the junk food or whatever that you're eating to make it feel better, but in the end you feel worse. So please, please, please take it from me. I've been there. I've done that. And right now what I'm doing is really different, and it's working. So I do urge you to try different things. If you're doing something and it's not working, try something else. You know what? There are so many people out here who are doing the weight loss journey. You can find a lot of us on the Facebook weight loss community for YouTube. There's a page on there. Please join it. Everybody on there is amazing and wonderful, and I love you all so much. And I just love everybody. I really do. And watching the videos, believe me, is so much motivation and support, more than anybody can understand who's not going through a journey like we are. People who are not food addicts don't know what we're going through, and they don't understand. So they can say, you know, how can she not just give up candy? Or how can she just keep eating like that? We have an addiction. That's it. You know, so whether the person wants to support you and be there saying, you know what, how about we don't go to McDonald's today? How about we go to, I don't know, a place that has some fresh salad, and how about I don't bring you a bag of chips over? How about we make something healthy together? Like, let's cut up some vegetables. And the biggest thing, we were talking about this at my Weight No More group, the reason why we grab snack food, it's convenient. Who doesn't want to just grab something quick instead of having to sit down at the table with a cutting board and a knife, cut up some carrots, some, I don't know, celery and broccoli and cauliflower, put it on a plate, put some dip. It takes time, where you could just grab a bag of chips, sit down and eat it, right? So if when you buy these things, say right away when you go to the grocery store, might cost you a little bit of extra money to buy, you know, the baby carrots that are already right sized to nibble on, or say canned oranges instead of an orange where you have to peel it. If that's your problem, if you think that it's inconvenient to do it, pay that little bit of extra money, or as soon as you get home from shopping, prepare all of your foods. So cut up the celery, put it in water, it will be fine. What we do is I just cut off the bottom, I throw it in the freezer for my vegetable stock. I rarely throw out any of my vegetable peelings or anything like that. I keep it all for my vegetable stock, and then stick it in a pitcher of water. Your celery stays crisp for one thing, and then it's ready to sit and eat. So perfect snacks are like celery with peanut butter, carrots with a healthy dip. You gotta really watch the salad dressing dips too. I don't eat hardly any dressings at all because most of them are a milk base, unfortunately, or there's some kind of honey in it because they add it for sweetness, right? So yeah, I just want to tell everybody that, you know, try your best. Don't ever give up on yourself, because there are so many of us out here who are willing to pick you up. Believe me when I say, if you don't have the strength to stand up, there are 40,000 people who are willing to hold you up from every little piece of your body and give you that strength. Take it from us when you need it and give it to us when we need it. That's what this is about. This is about loving each other and sharing and just being amazing with each other. I can't even explain what you guys have given me. It is beyond what I could ever talk about. So, you know, and we sit here and we ramble and we talk about our trials and tribulations of the day, and sometimes they seem menial, but I want to share it with you guys because you guys are like my best friends right now, right? And believe me, it's not that I don't have friends. I have an immense amount of friends, but it's different. They're not going through the same journey that I am. So, you know, to tell them everything is just so like one-on-one, but with you guys I feel a connection. It's awesome, and I love you. That's all I wanted to say for today. So I think I got everything in. I hope I did anyway, and I hope you guys have had a wonderful day. Please, please, please send me some like support and hugs and kisses and love and strength for tomorrow. Tomorrow's my doctor's appointment at 3:30 to get my needles done. Like I said, I can no longer prolong this. I need to get it done so that I can start my placement. And then just move on with my life and have a great career. And share it with you guys along the way. All right. Please have a wonderful weekend. Tomorrow we're going to tag poppies for the Legion. I don't know if you know what that means, but it's basically where we go out with the little boxes of poppies and we ask people to donate. And they take a poppy from us, and then the money helps the veterans. And then we go back to the Legion and they have a lovely lunch. Tomorrow afternoon is my appointment, and then Marina's babysitting tomorrow night. And Sunday she has a birthday party. Another busy weekend. What a surprise. Isn't that what we're always doing? We're doing something. One of our neighbors is like, I have never seen anybody so busy in my life. Alright guys, I am done. It's 13:37. I hope this all goes through. I love you so much. Yay. Have a wonderful weekend. And I want to thank you guys all for saying share your smile. That's like my favorite saying in the whole entire planet. Share your smile. Believe me, it can make a difference in somebody's heart. I love you. Bye.